Hey guys, welcome back to the Struggleville YouTube channel. For this video, we're going to take a look at an eBay article that was inside an email they sent today. It has the potential to affect both buyers and sellers on eBay, but also Amazon and really probably various other sites, but those are the two that we focus on, that we talk about, whether it be through tool deals or way back in the day when I used to make videos talking about selling on eBay and Amazon. So I want to go over what the Universal Postal Union is, which I have never previously heard of. And this article is from eBay. As you can see, it says eBay Main Street, so it's kind of like their little political influence page, so they can tell buyers and sellers to do things that benefit eBay. But in the email, this little box, help small businesses, tell Congress to reject U.S. withdrawal from the Universal Postal Union and make sure that American small businesses can affordably and reliably reach global customers. Use our simple tools to make your voice heard. Okay, so I wanted to show you that part so you know eBay's stance on it, because the article that I'm going to read you next, obviously they have an agenda. They wrote it, so it is easy to infer that the article will be skewed towards their favor. They're trying to push you in the direction to reject this for small businesses. So this was actually on the 12th, but I just received this today, so I guess they've been maybe talking about this for a little while now. It says, whether you're buying or selling on eBay, you've probably sent or received something through the mail that traveled through another country. After all, connecting 180 million buyers and sellers around the world is one of the best things about eBay. While using eBay may be simple, the international mail system is not. It is a complex network of data, payments, regulation, and communication that helps eBay purchases get from point A to point B. This whole complex system is facilitated by an organization most people have probably never heard of, the Universal Postal Union, or the UPU. This body was set up almost 150 years ago to help postal operators all around the world communicate and operate with each other. Another thing the UPU does is set the rates that countries charge each other for mail delivery. For a long time, the UPU rate system worked well, but recently it has become more and more unfair for certain mail users. For example, in some cases, someone sending a package from another country to the U.S. may pay less than it costs to ship the same package within the U.S. As a result of this unfair rate system, the U.S. government announced that it is going to withdraw from the UPU. If the U.S. moves forward with the withdrawal plan, it could mean big trouble for anyone who sends or receives mail or packages internationally. So we've got some scare tactics italicized. Luckily, there is a chance for the UPU to reform its rates before the U.S. withdraws. The U.S. government is currently pushing rate reform to encourage the UPU to change the current system. If that works, the U.S. would likely remain in the UPU and rates would be set more fairly. Rest assured that your eBay government relations team is working hard to ensure that eBay customers can continue to take advantage of the global marketplace using a postal system that is fair and effective for all. If you would like to help this effort, click here to blah, blah, blah. Okay, so apparently the Universal Postal Union coordinates postal deliveries, both financial and compensatory and physically moving packages from country to country. So for Amazon, we're mostly looking at FBA, which is Fulfillment by Amazon. It is items that third-party sellers have. They ship them to an Amazon warehouse, and then Amazon disperses them, ships them to the customer. So they handle all the picking and packing and getting it to its final destination. Now, that system is vital for all the Chinese sellers you see on Amazon. All the products coming from China desperately rely on FBA being affordable and functional, because they cannot send their item from China to the U.S. in the same manner. They can't offer Prime. They can't do 2-day shipping. It would take weeks to get it, or it would be ridiculously expensive. They'd never be able to do it. So they have to have FBA, and part of that is they have to have the super cheap shipping rates, because they have to be able to get it over here in an affordable way. Now, because Amazon's huge and you get discounted shipping rates domestically, like when I would ship things to Amazon through the FBA system, I could send in 50-pound boxes that were huge that would cost me hundreds of dollars to ship if I were paying the postage myself, and I'd pay like $40 through Amazon because using Amazon's, their enormous platform to get discounted rates. So would that still apply without this UPU? It's possible. But if not, that's a big problem for the China sellers. But here's the thing. That hurts the China sellers. It potentially hurts domestic buyers who are trying to buy cheap items on Amazon. But if, for like myself, a US-based Amazon seller, that's good news for me. It means less China stuff flooding the Amazon marketplace. It means I have a better chance to sell my items. So it's twofold. Now, ideally, they adjust the rates and they make it more competitive for everybody, and then it seems like it could possibly be a win-win. But to give an eBay example of how unfair the shipping thing is, and they say over recent years, well, you have to define recent for me because I've been selling on eBay since before PayPal existed. It was technically you're supposed to be 18, but I was under 18 when I first started selling, and I think it was 16 when I signed up. It used to be, going to the gas station and getting a money order, or waiting for the person to mail you the money order and then cashing it and then sending it, and it took very long to complete a transaction because you didn't have that instant payment process. But even back then, you could buy all sorts of stuff from China, and it would get shipped for like you could buy it with free shipping for like 99 cents. I remember I bought valve stem caps, the chrome ones or whatever. I paid $1.04 with free shipping. $1.04. I can't send an item, not even counting the cost of the item, I can't even send the item to my next door neighbor for $1.04. First class shipping rates now start at like $2.50. And first class used to be a flat rate no matter where you shipped it. Now not only does the weight by ounce change the amount you pay, but also the distance. So if I paid $2.40 to send something to my neighbor and it was first class mail, it would also cost $2.40 to send it all the way across the country. Now that same thing can be $2.40 to my neighbor, but now $4 across the country. So shipping costs have gotten really out of control for small-time sellers. Big corporations, Home Depot, Walmart, Amazon, they negotiate rates with the post office, with UPS. At least domestically speaking, they are really insulated from a lot of the shipping charges. And it kind of, I feel like buyers, then when they go on Amazon, when they go on eBay and they're buying from small-time sellers, they don't realize how expensive it is if you are paying the market rate to ship an item. It's just ridiculously expensive. So I really don't know any more about this Universal Postal Union thing than what we just read right here. It actually says read more, but it doesn't do anything. I don't know why it says read more. There's nothing down there. But I do think it is kind of an interesting thing to be aware of, to keep an eye on, just see what happens with it. Like I said, I think for domestic Amazon, eBay sellers, like eBay is so against this because in the grand scheme of things, they make a ton of money from these China sellers. They're still paying the final value fees as everyone else. They're paying store fees, all that stuff. But if eBay had any interest in the domestic side and the small seller side, this is actually a huge win for those sellers. So it's funny that this email went out to eBay sellers, obviously in the U.S., maybe it went to, in various countries, but at least in the U.S., and they're actually rooting against the eBay seller's own interest. Now you could say a domestic U.S.-based eBay seller can also have international sales, whether they do it on their own, through their own shipping, or through the eBay global shipping program, which we're not even going to get into the details of that, but it's essentially eBay handles the international portion of your shipment. And And that's true, but I don't know of any eBay seller, and I used to be connected with tons of them, with my YouTube channel and making videos about it. I've never heard of an eBay seller in the U.S. who sold more packages internationally than they did right here in the U.S. It's typically a very small percentage of their business. It's like a bonus when you can get international sales. But it's not the meat and potatoes of how they're making their money. And on that note, if you went to any type of forum or looked in the comment section of eBay-related YouTube videos on similar topics, China sellers are one of the biggest complaints for a US-based eBay seller because it's impossible to compete. The products are already cheaper over there than they are here. And then additionally, they're able to ship it here cheaper than what it cost me to ship it to my neighbor. So your only recourse is to just sell something that the China sellers can't. And for me, it was always vintage items, retro items, older stuff where, obviously it's not something being mass-produced in China right now. But anyway, I thought it was interesting. That's my take on it. And, yeah. If there's updates and I notice it, maybe we'll update the video and see what the conclusion is. I'm really just hoping that, maybe the rates get adjusted. Make it fair, I guess. I hate to use the word fair. I was trying to think of something else. But I guess that's what it comes down to make it fair. Alright, guys. Thanks for watching. Give the video a like. Subscribe if you're not a subscriber. I'll see you guys next time.